Hi, this is Kevin Hurley. This is a PESTED training video. We're going to go over some of the Japanese beetle lure traps that are out on the market, and we're actually going to install a couple. I've had a lot of success with these over the years, and one of the things I've noticed is sometimes they give you lots of bags, more bags than you need, or I've made the mistake of thinking I was buying thinking I was buying a set which would come with lures and bags, but I was just buying bags. And then other times I would place an order on Amazon and I would just get the lures thinking I was getting the lures and the bags. So be careful when you order these things. For instance, this one just says Japanese Beetle Bait. So Safer brand makes this, it's just the bait, you're not gonna get a bag. Tanglefoot, Japanese Beetle Bait. You're just going to get the bait. You're not going to get a bag. So don't. Fortunately for me, I've done this so many times. I have so many bags sitting around in my garage because I don't throw them away. Keep the plastic out of the oceans, right? And they're all pretty simple in design. You can even use different bags with different veins. Sometimes certain manufacturers call this top part the veins, where you stick the bait in. And they usually come with a string, a wire that you can bend and attach it to the tree or the shrub, wherever you want to put it. Some of the manufacturers claim you should have it downwind from where you think the beetles are going, so they have to pass through your area to get to the plants that they're eating on. But I don't know how practical that is. These insects fly all over the place, and they're going to pick up on these active ingredients. Now, these are, Spectricide is one of the common ones that a lot of people use. You can pick up at Lowe's and Home Depot, and I've been using that for years. It's a single bait matrix with 2 active ingredients in it. But these two, I just noticed, this Tanglefoot and Safer brand, which I think is Ortho. Safer brand is Woodstream makes Safer brand. So that's a Woodstream product. And this is Ortho product. So it's called Tanglefoot, but Ortho makes it, just so you know. And both of these they've upped the game. So they have the same active ingredients as the Specticide version. They have the eugenol at 22%, geraniol at 9.5, and 2-phenylethyl propionate at 9.5. These are attractants that are going to draw the animal, the insect, into the trap. But both of them also have another set of active ingredients called a sex pheromone on the other side of the label here. And the sex pheromone for Tanglefoot is hard to pronounce, so I'm going to give you the short version. Pheronone. There's a whole bunch of syllables before that, but probably people just call it pheronone. At 0.133% in Tanglefoot, and in Safer brand, they have the same phenylethyl propionate, geraniol, and eugenol, but they also have pheronone, and theirs is at 0.47%. That's the actual sexual attractant that's going to draw in the insects thinking they're going to mate. So let's just look at how this particular one comes. Make sure we have the right one. Yes. Here we have the Tanglefoot version. It's really simple. You got the geraniol and the eugenol and that other stuff, and then you've got the sexual attractant pheronone in here. Now what they say to do is just peel this cover off the back. Keep out of reach of children. 1 milligram per dispenser. So it tells you the amount. These are pesticides. They're registered. They have EPA registration numbers. So I don't think they really fall under the fully under the minimum use risk products, but you'd have to check each of the active ingredients. And when you put them in, they don't want you to have them facing out. You think you might want it facing out so it would attract more, but it's not necessary. Any little bit of wind is going to send this material down the road. And the other reason they don't want you having them face out is because they'll fall out. So you want it facing in the trap, and just stick it in there any way you want. If you got a couple different veins on this trap, we can pop into. See, it's already, whoops, it already fell out. So we have to be careful. And we're going to bend this one just a little to get it in there. And now it's secure. Rehook up the bag. And that should catch a whole bunch of Japanese beetles. It actually smells really good. I mean, it doesn't smell like a pesticide. It smells like a beautiful Japanese beetle princess. Never mind. Okay, so I'm gonna lay this down for a second. Now we're gonna look at the other one. That was Tanglefoot. This is Safer brand. Different packaging here. Totally different packaging. So what they want you to do, they have this cover. It tells you everything that's in here too. The sex lure, the geraniol, the eugenol, and the furanone. And what they want you to do is peel this off. But first, before I do that, I'm going to grab one of my thousands of reusable bags that I have in the garage and try to put it together. This is actually the hardest part for me because there's probably an easy way to do it, but I don't know what it is. So sometimes I just have to rip them and get them on. It may have something to do with this particular bag was not designed for this particular framework, but it works. As long as you got a hole down there that the Japanese beetles can go in, you're in good shape. Okay? So this one, they want us to peel the protective cover off, which I'm going to do. And then this has a little adhesive, this paper adhesive. And they say put it in the bottom third of the trap on the directions, but I don't think they mean that, because the bottom third of the trap would be here somewhere. What they mean is the bottom third of this area. So they want you to squeeze that down in there. Now the reason I personally don't think this is going to work as well, it's my opinion, I haven't used it yet, I'm just taking an educated guess. These little fringes here, if you can see, the Japanese beetles, they're going to be attracted to the pheromone. It smells exactly like that one. And they can hang on here. So unless they hook up and knock each other in, to me it might not work as well, but it probably does. I'm being negative here, sorry. Try to keep a positive attitude. Whereas this one, it's just plastic. They're gonna come in, slide around on it. There's no sharp edges. See the edges on that paper? They can grab onto that. Now maybe it doesn't matter. Maybe they start breeding and they just fall in the hole anyway. But we're gonna find a couple nice places. Now these already had the wires, so we're gonna go find a couple nice places to put these. So, as you can see, we just hung it right over there. These are stinging nettle, and I know from experience that the Japanese beetle loves stinging nettle. Matter of fact, you can see here how they're already eating it, right? So they love it. So I'm just gonna put that one right there, and we'll see if any Japanese beetles decide they want to come around to it. So we have a Japanese beetle right here. Whoops, there he goes. Were you able to get any of them? Okay, so this seems like a great place to put a trap. So I'm going to try to squeeze this around in here, give it a little twist. With stinging nettles, they are called, yeah, I didn't think that would hold too long. We're going to have to find something stronger than the bottom. Stinging nettles, they call it that because they sting. They want them like 3 or 4 feet high. I don't see something at that level. But you know what I could do? Okay, so we found a bunch of stinging nettle here. Well, I'm not too concerned. The Japanese beetle eat them. But they do love them. I don't care. They're not, for me, I'm not considering them an ornamental. Well, some people do eat nettle. They make salads, that sort of thing out of it. I just want to catch them. So I just put a stick here. I'm not into inventing new things. There was already a stick in my garage with some nails in it. So I'm just gonna tie the stick right to this little nail. I'm gonna hook this back up. And I think in a very short time, we should have some Japanese beetles for lunch. Trap in about, I don't know, not even 5 minutes ago. Can you get a shot in there? See them struggling down at the bottom? Are you able to catch that? Mm-hmm. So within 5 minutes, we just walked over, set up the other trap. So within 5 minutes, they're already attracted. So this one does work. That's the one that had the rough edges that I was afraid that the Japanese beetle might cling to. But he succumbed to the sex pheromone, okay? And the good thing about this particular area for hunting, because we're hunting Japanese beetles, the good thing about this area is they have lots of little blackberries here. And during a long, hard day of hunting Japanese beetles, you need your nourishment. Get a shot of that. Let me know when you get in there. Okay, so this has been out about a half an hour now, and I think there's 7 or 8 in there. Would you say?
Yeah.
And this is the, let's see which trap. Yeah, this is the tanglefoot lure and sexual pheromone attractants. So the stuff is working phenomenal. So they're coming in from all over the place just to get a girlfriend or a boyfriend, I guess. Okay, so here we have 2 different bags with Japanese beetles in them, dead, hopefully, and they were out for 1 week. The bag on the left was Safer brand, and the bag on the right was a Pesticide brand. Even though they say Bag-a-Bug, we were just using these different bags because we had them around. But we just want to take a look. These bags were placed. Oh, look, someone's coming around already. A fly. So the fly, a green bottle fly, looks like he smells the dead carcasses in here. This is why you want to keep an eye on these when you're using them out in the field. You want to check them every few days. If they start to smell, you're going to have a lot of flies, and you're also probably not going to collect a lot of Japanese beetles because the dying carcasses are going to ruin the pheromone and the floral attractants. But let's just take a quick look, see what we got in here. And this is not highly scientific what we did. We just want to get a general idea. The 2 traps were about 50 feet apart. So, ew, gross, right? Ugh. Oh, my fingers already stink. This is so disgusting. Okay, so they're rotting in there. There's a whole bunch. I'm not going to count them. I just want to get a visual comparison between the 2. Maybe we'll cut the bag the whole way this time. And so on the left side, they used the Safer brand, which included a pheromone. And this one, see, one of the actual floral attractants fell in to the bag, which is not really terrible, but it's not helping. It just happened. It was a mistake. So if you look without doing a count, the one with the pheromone on the left here, I'm going to cut it and open it up a little bit more. This one on the right was just pure food attractant, or rather floral. Oh, look at the flies now. So we caught more on the one with the pheromone. But again, this isn't scientific. I'm not going to sit there and count them. They're relatively the same. This does have some more in it for sure, but it may have been also the placement. So you can't say one of these is better than the other, but I would suggest that you use as many weapons in your arsenal as you can, and this weapon had the pheromone and the floral attractant, and this one just had the floral attractant. Look at the green bottle flies coming in now. It doesn't take them long to sense that something's dead. So you don't want to store these dead beetles in your garbage for very long, or you're going to have a garage or wherever you keep your garbage, you're going to have a bunch of flies and eventually maggots. So that's that. Hi, I'm Kevin Hurley, the owner of PESTED. Thank you for watching our videos, and we hope that you subscribe, because we're going to have a lot more videos coming up, and we'd appreciate your input if there's anything you'd like to see.